Hey guys, say hey. We are in the car waiting for my son to get out of school, and I figured because we've been getting a lot of questions from my last video where I talked about coloring, bleaching and coloring locks, that I would come on and answer the most common question, which is like, when is it the right time to color locks? Because that's really common, and there's a big difference between coloring, or when the right time to color your locks is, between regular locks, traditional locks, and sister locks. So I wanted to chat about it. I think you can use the comment section below at the bottom of this video. I'm pretty sure you can ask questions live, but if not, just leave a comment in the description box, and I'll try to give you a write back or respond back. But basically, when you have traditional locks, the right time, when you have traditional locks, you can color your locks before you start, right? Where are you going? You can color your locks before you start, and you can color them once your locks have budded, right? And so once they, I knew a comment section did work. Once your locks have started to bud, which means that you have a point in your hair where it's going to hold it together. Hold on, I think she did that little milk. You can color your hair because that bud is going to keep them together. Now granted, depending on what type of coloring you're going to do, they might unravel, but you can color them. But it's best, like the best time to color your locks is like towards the end of the teenage stage, when the bud is pretty much throughout the entire shaft of the lock. That's the best time, because it's very unlikely that they won't unravel. Hi, Serena. Hey, you say hi, Mama? Hi. It's very unlikely that they'll unravel, right? Oh, that's okay. So I would say that time is good. But when you have sister locks, right, you have to definitely wait until your locks are settled, which is not the case with traditional locks. With sister locks, you need them to be settled because you're paying so much money for those locks, right? You don't want to invest all that money and then they all the way unravel. Like that's not okay. So definitely wait till your locks are settled. And for some people, that it depends when that is. Like, it took my hair almost 2 years to settle when I had sister locks. And some of my guests at the salon, their sister locks started settling within like 3 months. So it really depends. Bless you. Her name's Khalees. Bless you. So yeah, it really depends on your hair texture, but definitely if you have sister locks, wait. When you have traditional locks, it's not so much a time frame thing. Like, it's not like, hey, wait for 6 months and then they'll settle. I would say wait until you're in the teenage phase, or at the latter part of the teenage phase is best for coloring your locks. And even though I'm live, I'll come back and in the description box drop some links to some articles so you can see what budding looks like, what the teenage phase looks like, and what some settled sister locks look like, so that you can have a better idea. So I hope this was helpful for those of you that are thinking about coloring your hair, coloring your locks, and not quite sure when to do it. Can you color before you get sister locks? Great question, Ashley. Thanks for the question. Okay, so here's the thing. You can color your hair before you get sister locks. However, it is not recommended that you put conditioner on your hair before getting sister locks. So if you're planning to do something really high lift, like go from like black or dark brown to like a blonde, I would say make it like 2 months or so before you actually get the sister locks, so that way you can do some conditioning treatments in the meantime, right? And the reason being is that your hair is not going to settle as quickly, or you may experience a lot of slippage with your sister locks if they are really conditioned, meaning the cuticle layer is really smooth. So definitely consider what type of color you're going to get. If you're just doing something like a little, you know, auburn or some cinnamon, something where it doesn't require you to use bleach, then yeah, you can color your hair pretty much right before you get your sister locks. But anything high lift, I would definitely advise or suggest waiting. That's a really good question. And the same goes for traditional locks to a degree, because again, traditional locks are started mainly with like twist or coils, so it doesn't really matter. But if you're going with like an instant lock technique, or lock extensions, well, I guess lock extensions doesn't matter because you're going to cover it. Really, instant locks or back combing, twist and rip, anything like that, you don't want to do a lot of conditioning beforehand, because it's not going to be as easy as you like it to be. I lifted my hair. So my last video I talked about what I did for my color. I have a very bad connection. Well, essentially I lifted the tips with bleach and then put a semi-permanent dye on top of it. So direct dye. So just one color process. The direct dye is just squeeze it out the bottle onto my hair. Bad connection. Come on, T-Mobile. Failing me. Well, I hope this was helpful. Drop a comment if, you know, you have another question. And thanks for joining me. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.